Hi, this is Mannat Jagya, and in this part of the session, we are going to talk about the plot of Julius Caesar, the play by William Shakespeare. So let's begin with the characters first. We'll first understand the characters and then we'll go into the plot of the play. So the first main character of the play Julius Caesar is Julius Caesar himself. You may want to note down all the characters, the list of the characters. Then when I describe the plot, it would be very easy for you to go to the characters menu and just look who is related to whom in what sense. So Julius Caesar was a Roman leader and general. The play is set in Rome in 44 BC, and Julius Caesar is the Roman leader and general. And the scene is that people are already tensed because they think that Julius Caesar has become so famous and so popular, and he's so brave, so strong, that he could be the dictator and the Roman Republic would fall, and the democracy of Rome, the Republic of Rome, would be changed into the dictatorship. And everybody has his eyes set on Julius Caesar because he is the most capable of all men in Rome. Then there is Brutus. Brutus is the best friend of Julius Caesar, but later on we see that he is the one who ditches Julius Caesar, who betrays Julius Caesar, and who ends up being one of the conspirators of the murder of Julius Caesar. So in literature terms also, Brutus is known to be a traitor. So whenever somebody betrays you, a friend betrays you, literature people often have this habit of quoting that you are a Brutus. So sometimes when our own people betray us, then the literature people understand this metaphor of calling them Brutus. The next character is Octavius. Octavius is a very nice character. He is Julius Caesar's nephew, and he will always be on the side of Julius Caesar come what may. The next character is Mark Antony. Mark Antony is the general and politician. He is in charge of the management of the affairs of the Republic of Rome. So he is the general and a well-known politician in Rome. His speech is very famous. We'll come to that part. I'll also send you the extract of Mark Antony's speech. His speech has been recorded as one of the famous speeches in literary history. So Mark Antony is a brilliant orator, and many people who teach communication skills, I myself always give the example of Mark Antony because he has used such brilliant words to describe a person diplomatically. We'll come to that. We'll see how Mark Antony's speech comes into the plot of the play. The last character that I would want to mention is Cassius, and he is the antagonist, the main antagonist, who is the one who plots Julius Caesar's murder, and he also takes everybody on his side, and the conspirators become many from one person, Cassius. Cassius, Cassius. So these are the characters: Julius Caesar, Brutus, Cassius, Octavius, Mark Antony, and so on. There are many others as well, but these are the most important characters. So let us now talk about the plot of the play Julius Caesar. The play opens with a crowd that has gathered to celebrate the victory of Julius Caesar. Recently, Julius Caesar has won a battle against the sons of Pompey, 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 a nation who wanted to attack Rome. So recently, Julius Caesar has powerfully won over the sons of Pompey, and so the entire crowd has gathered in order to celebrate the victory of Julius Caesar. Now there are two people among the crowd, and they are Flavius and Marculus. Flavius, 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 and Marculus, Marcullus, Marcullus. Flavius and Marculus are jealous of Julius Caesar, and they oppose the celebration. They dislocate the crowd, forcing them to go back. because they are the ones who are brainwashing the people that why are you celebrating his victory? Don't you understand that his victory signals that he is so powerful that he could become the dictator of Rome? So this is a very bad thing that would happen to the Roman government. The Roman government would fall and we would all be under authority and domination of one man. He will rule over us. Dictatorship would come to Rome. So why are you all celebrating this victory? You should not do this. So the crowd digresses. Everybody is now kind of concerned that yes, what he's saying is right. Julius Caesar has earned a lot of power already and everybody is favoring him and he has so many fans. He can really become a dictator, which would result in the fall of Roman Republic. Now there are many conspirators already against Julius Caesar because many people think that he could become the next dictator. So he has many enemies, though he does not know and he is not bothered about that. Julius Caesar does not want the throne. He is never lustful behind having the throne. He's a very nice governor. So there is a prophet, and the another word for prophet given in the place, soothsayer, SOOTH, SAYER, soothsayer, SOOTHSAYER. So basically there is a soothsayer who warns Julius Caesar to be aware of 15th March, because 15th March something bad may happen to him, to Julius Caesar. But Julius Caesar ignores this warning. He does not care about that. So Julius Caesar refuses to believe in any kind of prophecy. Now, after seeing the power and brilliance and also strong valor of Julius Caesar, Mark Antony offers crown of Rome to Julius Caesar, that you should become the dictator and you should govern the entire country of Rome. But Julius Caesar refuses the crown not once but thrice to Mark Antony. Now Cassius, the antagonist, Cassius, in the other scene we see Cassius poisoning the mind of Brutus. Brutus is the best friend of Julius Caesar, and he is poisoning the mind of Brutus so that he will join the conspiracy with Cassius in order to kill Caesar. Because if Julius Caesar is not killed, then the entire country would suffer dictatorship. So after explaining these facts to Brutus, Brutus is very confused. He becomes double-minded, and now he has to choose between friendship and his nation. He thinks from both the sides. He thinks that how can I kill my own best friend? But then he thinks about his responsibilities towards his country, towards his nation. He thinks that he's correct. If I don't join in this conspiracy, he will become the dictator and the Roman Republic will fall. And it will be the loss to the entire nation. And so what if Julius Caesar will be a good dictator? After him, many bad dictators will come. So one good dictator does not give justice to the entire country. So this dictatorship should never come to Rome, no matter Julius Caesar is good. But anyone who sits on the throne of authority, he changes. So we never know. Julius Caesar can also become a very rude dictator. Now, Porsha comes to know about this plan of Brutus. Brutus finally agrees to be a conspirator to kill Julius Caesar. And Porsha is the wife of Brutus. Porsha basically is asking Brutus what has happened and why are you so, confused, and what is going on, what is bothering you. And Brutus happens to tell everything to Porsha. Now, Porsha becomes absolutely upset with this plan, and she is not in favor of her own husband. Now 15th of March arrives, the day when the soothsayer had warned Julius Caesar not to go anywhere and be aware of this day. Something bad may happen to you. So 15th of March has arrived, and Calpurnia, Calpurnia, Calpurnia is the wife of Julius Caesar. Calpurnia. Calpurnia stops Julius Caesar, don't go to the Senate today. Senate is a place where the meeting is going to be held. SENAT. And Senate is a place where Julius Caesar was killed. So there's this meeting that is going to be held, and it is 15th of March. And according to soothsayer, Calpurnia knows about the warnings of the soothsayer. So Calpurnia stops Julius Caesar to go to the Senate. And Julius Caesar, after refusing many times, he finally gives up, and he finally agrees that, okay, I'm not going anywhere, I'll stay home. But then suddenly Brutus appears, and Brutus convinces him so much that now Julius Caesar is again ready to go him to Senate. So we can see that Brutus is deliberately, dragging him to Senate. He could have been saved. He could have been stayed at home, listening to his wife. But then Brutus appears on the scene, and he anyhow convinces him to go to the Senate. Now, on the way, there is one more friend of Julius Caesar. One more well-wisher, you can say. Artemis Doris. Art, EMIDORUS. Artemidorus. ARTEMIDORUS. Now, Artemidorus somehow comes to know about this entire conspiracy against Julius Caesar. And he's a friend and well-wisher, good well-wisher of Julius Caesar. He quickly writes a letter to Julius Caesar telling him about the entire conspiracy, about all who are involved in it to kill him. But Julius Caesar, there's a scene where Julius Caesar does not read the letter. Though the letter reaches him, he cannot read the letter because he is diverted. Finally, when Julius Caesar reaches the Senate, the place, he is stabbed by the conspirators. First, he is stabbed by Casca, another villain, Casca, Casca. Many people stab him in the crowd, and lastly, he is stabbed by Brutus. And when Julius Caesar, while dying, he sees that Brutus has also been in the plan to kill him. Julius Caesar dies by saying, "Et tu, Brute, et tu, tu, Brute, Brute," which means, "You too, Brutus," and then he falls and dies. So the last words of Julius Caesar are, "Et tu, Brute," which means, "You too, Brutus." Now it is the responsibility of Brutus to calm the crowd, because Julius Caesar is the favorite of so many people. And obviously, looking at the dead body of Julius Caesar, the crowd is going to be very violent. So Brutus tries to calm the crowd and explains them that their most powerful leader is no more, and we had to kill him. He justifies his actions by saying that he was a threat to the nation and we had to kill him, otherwise we could land into the dictatorship. Though he was good, but after him many people will come who will be terrible dictators, and our generations will have to suffer the dictatorship. So Brutus justifies his actions. Now Mark Antony is very much puzzled about all these things. Mark Antony pretends that he is on the side of Brutus, and he says to Brutus that, "I would like to address the crowd on behalf of you. Don't worry, I'll talk to the public and I'll calm them." So Brutus gives him the permission to talk to the people, and Mark Antony comes on the stage and gives a speech, delivers a diplomatic speech. And this sentence, "Brutus is an honorable man," appears 4 to 5 lines in his speech, and he gives such a diplomatic speech, such a double-minded speech. He is praising Brutus in his speech, but indirectly he is claiming that Brutus is the killer and the conspirer of your powerful leader, of your favorite man. So when people hear Mark Antony's speech, they are so disturbed, and their eyes have been opened that Julius Caesar was such a wonderful man, and these people have killed Julius Caesar. Because of the speech of Mark Antony, riots start over there, and all the conspirators are so scared that they flee from the place. Now Brutus and Cassius, the two antagonists, they meet in northern Germany, and there they have to prepare themselves to fight with the forces, because the entire country is against them now, has turned against them now because of the speech of Mark Antony. And on the other side we see Mark Antony and Octavius, the nephew of Julius Caesar. We see that Mark Antony and Octavius are also training themselves to fight against Brutus and Cassius. So there are two parties that are formed who are training to fight, and one of the parties will win. One is Brutus and Cassius, who meet in northern Germany and they prepare themselves there. And another party is Mark Antony and Octavius. These are the good people. Now away from Rome, Brutus and Cassius are very doubtful about what could happen in the future, and they are also very much concerned what is going to happen to their own life, and they start quarreling very bitterly amongst them for their soldiers' fate. And Brutus is also informed between this that his wife has taken poison, Porsha. His wife has swallowed poison and she is dead. So Brutus is disturbed because of that fact also. And then another incident happens wherein we see the ghost of Julius Caesar appears to Brutus, and he warns Brutus that they will meet again at Philippi. Philippi is the place where the battle will be fought between the men of Brutus and Cassius, and the other party is Mark Antony and Octavius. So we see that the ghost of Julius Caesar is troubling Brutus that we will meet soon at Philippi, where the battle will be fought. So the two sides come in front of each other at Philippi, and the battle is very violent, and the battle is arranged very smartly. Mark Antony and Octavius are so powerful in their appearance that Cassius and Brutus think that we are losing. Mark Antony and Octavius have so strategically planned the battle that Cassius and Brutus lose their morale, lose their willpower to fight more, and Cassius thinks that it's better to be killed yourself, to be killed by your own men rather than being killed by the enemy. So Cassius orders his servant, the servant's name is Pendarus, Pendarus. Cassius' servant's name is Pendarus. Cassius orders his servant Pendarus to kill him. And Brutus gets defeated too. Antony and Octavius bury Brutus in honor, because though he was a very bad man and a betrayer, a traitor, but he was the friend of Julius Caesar. So Mark Antony and Octavius kill Brutus, and they bury him in honor. Cassius is also killed by his own servant Pendarus, because he has ordered his servant to kill him. So we see that their army loses. The army of Cassius and Brutus lose, because they have been tricked that they have already lost, and they lost their willpower basically to fight, and then they lost. So this is how Brutus dies in the end, and he is buried in honor by Antony and Octavius. So this is the entire story of Julius Caesar. I hope you have understood the plot very well. Now there were two questions asked from this play. In June 2009, they have asked a question. His life was gentle, and the elements so mixed in him that nature might stand up and say to all world, this was a man. Who says these words? So this part, his life was gentle and the elements so mixed in him that nature might stand up and say to all world, this was a man. Now this particular line is said by Mark Antony in his speech, and in his speech he is praising Julius Caesar, and he is talking to the Roman crowd. I'll repeat the line once again. His life was gentle. He is praising Julius Caesar. His life was gentle, and the elements so mixed in him that nature might stand up and say to all world, this was a man. So the meaning of this line is that this man was so gentle, so down to earth, that the entire nature would stand up with him and say that this is a wonderful man. Then in December 2015, a question was asked, when you are confused regarding something and you don't follow what somebody said to you, you use this phrase, you use this proverb, you use this quote, it's Greek to me, right? I am just framing the question in my own words. Whenever you say it's Greek to me, what does it mean? It means that you have not really understood what somebody is trying to say. Like literature people do not really understand mathematics. So we may sometimes say that it's Greek to me. So it's Greek to me is a proverb quoted when we don't really follow what somebody is talking to us and something that is not our cup of tea. We use this quote, it's Greek to me. So this wonderful phrase, it's Greek to me, or this quote is from the Shakespeare's play Julius Caesar. So this was the question asked in December 2015. So that's all about Julius Caesar. Thank you.